This broadcast is partnered by BetterSleep, one of the world's top-rated sleep apps designed to help you fall asleep faster and wake up feeling refreshed. I've never been a consistent sleeper. These days, I rarely get 6 to 8 hours of sleep, and I usually wake up feeling like I barely rested. So I decided to try BetterSleep for a few nights, and honestly, it really helped me. One standout feature is the sleep recorder. I had no idea how much I was tossing and turning, or that I even snored when I sleep, until I played it back. That kind of feedback is super helpful. But what really hooked me were the sounds. I love the water sounds, rivers, lakes, rain, and many others that instantly help me stay calm. And the background music? Incredibly relaxing. It's not just great for sleep, it's perfect for meditation too. You can mix and match over 300 sounds and create your own vibe, whether it's white noise, ASMR, or ambient soundscapes. So if you're like me and you struggle with sleep, head over to trybettersleep.co/Alyx and start your 7-day trial for free. Sleep is a crucial part of your overall health, and if you're not getting the rest you need, it can seriously impact your physical and mental well-being. So don't wait. Download the BetterSleep app and start getting the rest you deserve today. AEW might have just lost 2 of the most prominent performers to ever grace the in-ring circle. We're going to talk about it right here in Alyx's World. Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and we're here to react, review, and recap AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door 2025. Are you ready? Then let's talk about it. Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland. We knew going into this show that both were slated to leave. Reports are out that Swerve Strickland was working with a torn meniscus in his knee, and he was going to need surgery. We saw him get written off. After losing to Kazuchika Okada. Trapped his leg inside one of the steel steps, and then he went to town with a steel chair, banging on his knee. Put him out. But the good news is, we saw the return of Wardlow, who is now with the Don Callis family. I mean, it's something. Once again, Wardlow is stuck being a muscle and not a main event player. At least he's back on TV. Will Ospreay, after helping his team win the main event, was attacked by the Death Riders. They hit him with multiple paradigm shifts, DDTs, and then did the chair thing where you trap his neck around the steel chair and then you crush his head underneath the steel chair, which doesn't look all that devastating, to be honest with you. It looks very safe, but okay. Anyways, they did that, and the baby faces just stood outside the cage, just yelling, "Raise the cage! Raise the cage! We can't get to him!" And I'm like, guys, just climb the cage. There's a top. There's no top. There's no top. It's open. But they're like, "No, we can't get through the door. Help! Someone help!" Guys, there's no top. Just climb the cage. And then they raise the cage. And I'm like, whatever. Oh my God. Sorry, but that ending just really irritated me. It's like dumb babyface syndrome has made its way to AEW. Not one of them. There was 8 guys outside that cage. Not one of them thought, you know what? I'm going to climb the cage. No, they're just like, we can't get in. And Wheeler Yuta is stopping us from getting in with a candlestick. Wheeler Yuta held back 8 guys while they attacked Will Ospreay. Yeah, that was a dumb ending. Sorry, it was a dumb ending. I don't care how you want to spin it. That didn't make them look good at all. But yeah, they killed Will Ospreay and put him out on the injury list. He is going to get surgery as well on his, what is it, a herniated disc? So his spine. Both of them will be out for some time. Probably for the rest of the year. Which means AEW just lost 2 of its prominent stars. They will not be at All Out. Which is going to suck for them because All Out is going head-to-head with WWE WrestlePalooza. And I hate to say it, but you kind of had this coming to you, Tony. You had this coming. This is what you get for calling WWE the Harvey Weinstein of wrestling. This is what you get for crushing Triple H's dream. You went to war with Triple H. It wasn't your fault. I'm not going to put that on you. They went to war with you. They went to war with you, and you crushed them. Good on you. But when it came time for you to leave it alone, let things be, you didn't. So, you wanted a war, you got a war. There's your war. So I don't know what they're going to do. Quite frankly, they might be screwed. And I mean this. They honestly might be screwed when it comes to AEW All Out. Because you're not going to have Will Ospreay. You're not going to have Swerve Strickland. What they going to do? You got to bring somebody back, right? What's Keith Lee doing? What's Eddie Kingston doing? Hell, at this point, what's Bryan Danielson doing? Bryan, come on back. We know you're not really retired. We know you want to get back inside the ring. Bring Bryan Danielson back. It honestly might be time to break glass on Kazuchika Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. Matter of fact, make that the main event. Toronto. Kazuchika Okada versus Konosuke Takeshita for the unified, not intercontinental championship. Gotta do something. Then you're going to do Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley in a Texas death match where we'll get more forking and ear piercings with forks. That was disgusting. Alright? That's going to give me nightmares. Jon Moxley getting a fork and giving Darby Allin an ear piercing. Jeff Hardy style. Lord have mercy. They're probably going to do, since Mercedes Moné retained and Athena lost, maybe they'll do a rematch between Athena. No, well, you could do Athena and Mercedes Moné, or you could do Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm again. They probably need to go ahead and run back Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm. Just go ahead and run that back. And if you do run that back, make the right call this time. 10 belts Moné. Eddie Kingston is actually better. I think he's either doing better or he's ready to go. Ooh, I have no idea what else they're going to do. I mean, they could revisit MJF and Hangman Page again, although MJF just lost tonight. So now I'm like, who does Hangman Page fight this time? I don't know. That's a good question. It would have been nice if Swerve wasn't hurt. They could have just done Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland again. What's Britt Baker doing? Britt Baker, what you doing? Matter of fact, boop, boop, boop. Paige and Dr. Baker. Go ahead and bring her back. Make her cut a promo on the women's roster. Now draw some ratings. Yeah, you might want to go ahead and all hands on deck. All hands on deck when it comes to AEW All Out, because you ain't got nobody. You ain't got nobody. Except for Darby Allin and Jon Moxley. Honestly, yeah, I'm thinking there isn't really anyone else for Hangman Page to fight. You might want to just go ahead and move Darby Allin and Jon Moxley into the world title picture. Make it a triple threat match. Darby Allin, Jon Moxley, Hangman Page. Or something along those lines. I don't know. Maybe have MJF cash in after the fact. Get the belt that way. Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega, I guess they can compete for the tag team titles. But Bro Dito, I have a feeling Bro Dito is about to lose those belts to FTR very soon. They're about to lose those belts to FTR. They gave him this win for the pop, although that finish was wonky. That finish did not look good at all. In the tag match where Brodito is Bandito and Brody King, by the way. If you're wondering what happened to Buddy Matthews, I have no idea. Don't ask. I think he's hurt. But yeah, what was supposed to be the Hell Dogs, Brodito ended up winning this match. So I have a feeling that if Buddy Matthews was hurt, they would have won the tag team titles, as they should have. But that does suck. I can't think of anything else. Because I'm actually trying to come up with matches that can compete against John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, probably some version of CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, most likely Hell in a Cell, we'll have to see. I'm assuming some rematch between Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton, and a women's tag team title match. That feels like what WrestlePalooza is going to be. Maybe we'll add in another match from Raw. What, Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles again? Ladder match or some shit? Yeah, I don't know what y'all gonna do, but you better figure it out. Because WrestlePalooza is literally under a month away. All out, under a month away. What a time to lose Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. But yes, those of you coming in, Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland are out on injury. They basically went into All Out already injured. Both of them. Swerve has been working with a torn meniscus for months. Will Ospreay has been working with a herniated disc for what feels like, I think, half a year now. He's been working with that for a while. So, homeboys need to go ahead and get their surgeries and take a break. They've earned it. They both earned a long, extended break. I have no idea how long they're going to be out, because it's surgery. If they were just resting the injuries, I could probably see them back by the end of the year. Couple of months off, we'll see them again by World's End or something like that. But it's surgery, so we might not see them until Revolution. Swerve, I think we'll see probably by Revolution. I don't know about Will Ospreay. I'm a bit worried because he's getting surgery on a herniated disc. So he's going to be out probably until Double or Nothing, which is great because that means he can win the Owen Hart Cup and then win the world title at next year's All In. He better win the world title at next year's All In. And I have a feeling it's going to be against Jon Moxley. I mean, we got the return of Wardlow. That's something. We got the return of Jamie Hayter. That's something. Outside of that, though, I don't know what to tell y'all. So, my predictions were almost spot on. I said that there will be no title changes except for the tag team title match. But I was wrong about who would win the title. Apparently,
what about Adam Copeland and Christian versus FTR ladders match?
Too soon. No stipulations. You gotta do the first two matches need to just be them. FTR and then of course Cope and Christian. Let that be just a regular match. Then the third and fourth and fifth matches can be stipulations, right? FTR, Cope and Christian can go forever. Those two tag teams can do a series of classic matches. And you know it's going to be classic matches. But you need to build to that ladder match. Or TLC match, if you will. But I wouldn't do that at All Out. Not yet, because FTR, they aren't even champs. So, let's hold off on that. Yeah, when it comes to Forbidden Door, we're talking about All Out. Let's get to Forbidden Door. I love the crowd. London was an excellent crowd. Please keep coming back. Please keep coming back. Love them serenading Adam Copeland. Love the respect they gave to all the women and of course, their reactions to the matches at hand. But they were the best part of the show. The rest of the show was a very, very predictable show outside of the tag team title match. The tag team title match, we saw Bro Dito win the tag team titles, not FTR. I predicted FTR would win the tag team titles. Bro Dito ended up winning the tag team titles. So, I don't expect them to hold it for long. I do think FTR will win those belts very soon. If not at All Out, before All Out. I don't know. I just felt like the show was very safe. Not much happened. Predictability doesn't bother me. It's just a very safe show. Again, they wrote off Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland, but we saw that coming. We knew that one was happening before it even happened. We knew those two things were happening before they even happened. But going down the card, Cope and Christian versus Luchasaurus and Kip Sabian, just a good tag match. There were no issues between Cope and Christian. I was kind of hoping we would see some development when it comes to their bad blood. No, it was just a tag match. Kyle Fletcher and Hiromu Takahashi, just a good match. Fine. TBS Championship, it was fine. Bozilla stood out to me very much so. I hope they sign her, but they can't because she's in Stardom. But when she's free, she becomes a free agent. Sign her immediately. Mercedes Moné retained. Zack Sabre Jr. and Nigel McGuinness. Nigel McGuinness is not as quick as he used to be. So the match on paper was good, but that's about it. The tag team title match was awesome, but that ending was wonky. It was kind of confusing because they hit the finisher, and then I'm thinking he's supposed to pin him, and then Bro Dito rolled off of him, so I'm thinking, oh, it was supposed to be a kick out. But then he fell right back on top of him, and then pinned him 1, 2, 3. That was weird. Didn't like that at all. Okada retained against Swerve. Tony retained against Athena. Yeah, that was just a match, by the way. Nothing crazy happened with Athena and Toni Storm. Just a match. Now I'm thinking, who's going to fight Toni Storm? We got to go back to her, Mercedes Moné, now, unless you push Jamie Hayter. But you can't because she's involved with Tekla and the Hex Girls. And I'm going to put a spell on you. Hangman Page beat MJF. No cash in. No contract cash in. And then the lights out, unsanctioned steel cage match was exactly what you thought it would be. Just havoc. And forks. Piercing skin. Ugh. Oh, trust me when I say this. I know it's going to be much worse. It's going to be much worse when Darby and Moxley have a match at All Out. I am terrified. I am fucking worried what John Moxley and Darby Allin are going to do. It's not going to be a regular match. They're not going to have a regular... Oh, no. They are going to massacre each other. They're going to do some things that even I'm like, all right, don't do that. Okay, they're going to do it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them gets set on fire. Oh, you think I'm joking? That's how far I see it going. I can see one of them saying, you know what? Set me on fire. Just do it. Most likely will be Darby Allin. Most likely. Yeah, we need to go ahead and bring back Keith Lee. Go ahead and bring back Bryan Danielson. Go ahead and call back Eddie Kingston. Maybe bring in a Nick Gage or a not Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona. Go ahead and call in some of these ex-WWE talent. Dakota Kai, that's not her name anymore. What's her name? What's her indie name again? Bring her in. Bring in Killer Cross. Like, you gotta load this show up with something. You're not gonna be able to sell tickets for All Out playing it safe. You were able to do that tonight. You're not gonna get away with this when it comes to All Out. If your card is dog shit by the time we get to September 20th, it won't matter if you have the better in-ring quality. WWE is going to steal your audience, and ain't nobody paying $50 for your show. I hope you heard me, Tony. I'ma say it again. If your card is dog shit, ain't no one buying All Out. Seriously. He has to bring it now. You don't have Will Ospreay. You don't have Swerve Strickland. And I'm sorry, Kyle Fletcher ain't gonna make me buy a ticket. I know we got some Kyle Fletcher fans in the live chat. He ain't it. Sit your behinds down and quit acting like Kyle Fletcher is a thing. You're like Gretchen from Mean Girls, trying to make fetch happen. That's so fetch. That's fetch. Kyle Fletcher is, hey, see what I did there? I should call him Kyle Fetcher. Because fetch ain't gonna happen. But yeah, this pay-per-view was literally the safest inbound pay-per-view that I've seen AEW have in a long time. Does that mean it was a bad show? No. I thought it was a good show overall. I came out of the show going, yeah, I liked it. But it didn't get me excited for Dynamite. Didn't get me excited for any future show. I'm a bit worried. It left me worried, quite frankly, because I'm like, well, that was a fun show, but like, where do we go from here? What are we doing? Okay, Wardlow's with the Don Callis family. Okay. Jamie Hayter's back to fight Tekla. Okay. What's the thing they're gonna do? What about Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm? I'm assuming we're gonna do Okada and Konosuke Takeshita. I have no idea what else we're gonna do with the rest of the roster. Well, maybe you guys can fantasy book All Out. What matches do you want to see? Because that's where my mind is right now. My mind is on All Out. I got nothing else to say about Forbidden Door. We're going to review it. But it is one of those things where it happened. It was a show. If you missed it, honestly, you didn't miss anything. The only thing that you need to know about is Brandito. Dito. Make that Matt Riddle, bro. Oh, God, please don't bring him in. Don't do it. Don't bring him in. Bro Dito are your new tag team champs. That's about it. Everything else, I mean, if you want to watch it, fine, but it's not worth the $50. It's not. I love the crowd, and apparently they broke an attendance record. I think it's 19,000. I think it's 18,992. 19,000. 19,000. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. But outside of that, you're going to see a lot of people come up here, and they're going to say this show was weak. They're going to say this show left them with nothing to talk about. They're going to say this show was made. There you go. Philly French, that's for you. That's for you. They're going to say it was a mid show. I'm not going to say that. The in-ring action was good to great to awesome. And that to me made a good show. But in terms of stories, in terms of plots, in terms of anything that's going to get you interested in the weekly shows, it didn't do that. So it was an AEW pay-per-view. Although it did not live up to the standard of its previous pay-per-views. It's good. But it's not like, oh my God, you gotta go watch it. No, it's not that. But we're going to go ahead and talk about it. We're going to go through the matches. You're going to get my thoughts on the stories and all that kind of stuff going forward. And I'm not going to hold anything back. So if you don't like what I have to say, I'm not going to tell you to hit the door. You're going to like what I have to say. Because I keep it fair. And I'm the best at this YouTube thing. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate. After the fact, you can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads, follow us on Discord, follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer, and give me a follow on TikTok, where I am the cheerkist, or the chalkist. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justAlyxisworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt. How's the press? Also get you an old school Gillespie t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx S Wild tie shirt. Many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned, join the cause, expand the brand today, right here in Alyx World. Thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely live stream. You could be anywhere here in the YouTube world. You chose me, and I'm grateful for it. So please be sure to like the video, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube's help. Boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Also, show your love to the Mod Squad, Ultra, Shine Ass and Fire Star Heart, Elias, a Demon, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Cleo does everything. Highway Dylan Danger, Dylan Danger, Teflon Don, the Mod Father, Zeno, Enigma, and of course, Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Who's here? Who's watching me on my AEW live? Quick shout out to Sammy P. Boone for the donation. Wanted to get him in there. And I think I saw a YouTube member, Darcy Chatham. YouTube member Darcy Chatham is also in his house. The lovely couple, Firestar Heart and Angel, Dark Angel, is also here. By the way, congratulations, Firestar Heart is a father. So baby Firestar is on his way. Show him some love. Okay, we got Game Shock. Game Shock says the AEW Unified Champion ain't truly unified because the AEW Continental Champion and the AEW National Champion are still active alongside the AEW Unified title. What? Joe Davidian, did you hear the story about Rampage Jackson's son? Yeah, Rampage Jackson's son attacking that wrestler? I'm gonna just keep it like this. Throw him in jail. I don't care. I don't care what that wrestler did to you. He might have stiffed you. Well, you took it too far. And now you should go to jail. Congratulations. No, I'm not gonna sit here and coddle him because he's the son of a famous celebrity. Nah, even his father came out and said he did wrong. I don't give a damn what you thought was happening. You didn't have a right to do what you did. So throw him in jail. Let him serve his time for almost murdering a wrestler inside the ring. That's crazy. Is it Raja, by the way? Raja Jackson? Raja. Let's see here. Firestar Heart. She's chilling in her bassinet. She's doing good. Father Firestar and Mommy Angel. Well, baby Firestar, hope you're doing well. Yeah, Raja went too far. I don't care what happened. All right, who else is here? Let me get back to the shoutouts. We got Phenomenal Ace. Phenomenal Ace has been showing up in these live streams. You love to see it. We got JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog. I see Love Sick Couple 31. I see Zach Minger, Mr. Zach Minger. DKC. Let me see here. Zach Wilson. Let me see. Samuel, was it Blachon? Blachon. Did I say that right? Samuel Blachon. And then Jordan Williams. Yes, everyone showing love to the lovely couple and their baby. All right, y'all. There goes the shout outs. I'm gonna go ahead and move things along here. Again, if you don't hear me say your name, please don't be offended. It's not because I hate you. It's because there's a lot to get to. And quite frankly, I'm tired. AEW shows wear you out, and ain't much else to say about this show other than it was a good show. They sold out the O2 Arena, biggest crowd the arena has ever seen, 18,992, so 19,000 people. Anytime you have a number that's like 1,899 whatever, I said, nope, 19,000. I would have just said 19,000. Fuck that. Round it up. So, 19,000 people were in that arena. Good job. That's a big number. Congrats. Now do it again for Toronto. Matter of fact, I think they are. I think Toronto's about to set out if it's not already sold out. But anyways, like that's pretty dope. I'm happy that they were able to get that many people inside the arena. I wish the show was better. But yes, I thought overall the crowd brought it. The crowd was the best part of the show, bar none. I liked seeing commentary switch things up throughout the show. Bryan Danielson being on commentary. I'm not gonna lie, there was a side of me that was like, what if Will Ospreay gets taken out before the match and Bryan Danielson takes his place? I thought that was gonna happen. That would have been nice. But that's not what happened. So Bryan Danielson just did commentary, and then he left the main event because he hates Jon Moxley. But you already know he's gonna come back. Bryan Danielson is coming out of retirement. He has to. Like, they can't let this guy retire. So, whatever. I guess outside of the attendance, there is no real news except for Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland being out on injury. We'll talk about them when we get to their matches. So let's just get to the card. They opened up, ladies and gentlemen, with the triple threat. Not really. They actually opened up with Cope and Christian versus Luchasaurus and Kip Sabian. I was thinking of the AEW tag team titles. Not yet. That's coming later. So Cope and Christian took on Luchasaurus and Kip Sabian. I like this because we all know the history between Killswitch and Christian and how Killswitch has been treated like crap by Christian. You knew eventually he was going to come around and get one over Christian, right? So this fits the narrative very well. Nick Wayne was supposed to be in this match. He got hurt. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. So I was looking for something when it comes to this match. I was looking to see how they were going to play into the bad history, the bad blood between Cope and Christian. And we got none of that. They just worked together. There was one incident where Christian got scared of Luchasaurus and tagged himself out. That's about it. There is no necessarily bad blood between the two. It's just Christian's a heel, Adam's a babyface. But they are partners. Sure. But I thought it would have been more compelling if they had lost a few of their matches at first. Like, they're still not on the same page. And then over time, they start to warm up to each other. And then we have a tag team. Because that's what I was looking for. If they're just going to be a tag team and they already are working together, there's no story behind it. I mean, cool, but that's not compelling. Like, if you did Christian and Copeland, but they were messing up their tag team moves, they were messing up their double teams, they weren't, in lockstep with each other, they're not in sync, and you can tell that they're off their rhythm, then yeah, like, that would have been more compelling. And then you could have had Luchasaurus and Kip Sabian win this. And then continue the feud. But no, they just won. And that sucks. The ones that weren't in lockstep were Killswitch and Kip Sabian. So I'm assuming Killswitch is eventually going to leave the Wayne family and get back with Jack Perry? Oh, an evil. Oh, we can do that. Jack Perry and Luchasaurus with their evil. I like it. I like it. I miss Jungle Boy. Whoever mentions, I seriously do miss Jungle Boy. I do. Just a little bit. What would you call their tag team? You can't call it Jurassic Express. Maybe like the Dark Jurassic Dark. Hey, that works. Jurassic Dark. See what I did? Because it rhymes with Jurassic Park. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, go ahead and put Luchasaurus back with Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. See how well that works. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Khalil Does Everything has returned. It's been a minute. Good to have you here. What's next here? I believe the next match is Kyle Fletcher and Hiromu Takahashi, right? Yeah, for the TNT title. It was a match. It felt like a match that should have been on Collision, quite honestly. Good match, nothing wrong with it, but again, I don't know what the obsession is about Kyle Fletcher. I don't mind him. He's a good wrestler, but it's like they want us to think that he's a future world champ, and I'm like, really? This guy's a future world champ? He's nowhere close to it. Like, when WWE was saying Randy Orton back in, like, 2003 was going to be a world champ, we were all like, well, duh. Who wouldn't think that? Fuck yeah, like, Randy Orton 2003, he was wrestling circles around literally 90% of the roster. He was one of the best performers in wrestling. Randy was peak. Randy from 2000, because it's been a minute, 2003 till about 2009. That period of Randy Orton was peak Randy Orton. Right? Give him all the belts. For anybody to compare Kyle Fletcher to that Randy Orton, you're out of your mind. Kyle Fletcher is not someone I think of when I go AEW World Champ. He's exactly where he needs to be, TNT Champ. He is not a future World Champion. I don't care what y'all say about him. I don't care what kind of popularity contest he wins backstage and how people think he's the coolest guy in the room. I don't care. I wouldn't put his name on a marquee to sell tickets. Just saying. Let me see here. So Kyle Fletcher retains his belt against Hiromu Takahashi. Again, good match, but it's not gonna put butts in the seat. How about that? Fatal 4-way TBS Championship for the women. Mercedes Moné, 9 belts, Moné. That's right. Mercedes Moné has won 9 belts. She should win 10. Go ahead and give her that AEW Women's World title. Go ahead and give it to her. Give her all the belts. She took on Persephone, Alyx Winsor, the wife of Will Ospreay, and Bozilla. So the best part of this entire match was Bozilla. A 6 feet tall giant. Well, she's about my size, but to the women, she's the big show. Well, sorry, that theme song still goes hard. Well, it's the big show. Oh, it's the Big Bird Show 9. Oh, yeah. Oh, let me mix it up. Yeah, it's Bozilla. Yeah. Crank it up. Turn on your mind. Yeah, I like it. That theme song went hard. I miss WWE's old theme songs, man. These WWE theme songs ain't shit. Yes, sign her. Sign Bozilla. She's amazing. She was the best part of this entire match. The rest of the match was meh. You know, I didn't think they had that much chemistry with each other, and it went a little long, because by the time we got to like the 15-minute mark, I was like, all right, let's wrap this up. But Mercedes Moné retains, as she should. Mercedes is going to be the AEW Women's Champion. Listen to me. Look at me. Look at me. Come on. What movie did that come from? Now that's a strong reference. I'm a man of my word. Okay, so Mercedes is gonna win the women's world title. I'm sorry. It might not be tomorrow, might not be next month. It's gonna happen. There's no stopping it. Ain't no stopping me now. It's all a matter of when. I think y'all need to just go ahead and just give her the belts now. Just give her the belts now. Rip that Band-Aid off. Rip that Band-Aid off. Rip it off. Not Arkham Knight, the Dark Knight. Wrong one. The Dark Knight. We need some real fucking music in WWE again. Yes. Crap. Bring back Jim Johnson. Please. Can y'all bring him back? But yes, Mercedes Moné is gonna win all the belts. It is what it is. You ain't gotta like it, but you'll learn to love it, cause it's the best thing going today. Woo! Nature boy. Sorry. Was feeling myself there. Pause. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Zack Sabre Jr., the champ, taking on Nigel McGuinness. Now, this match would have cooked about 15 years ago, when Nigel was still healthy. This match would have cooked. Would have been a match of the year candidate. Now, was this match terrible? No. It was a good chain wrestling technical prowess match. I got nothing else to say about it. It was just a good match. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Zack Sabre Jr. out-wrestled Nigel McGuinness because Nigel's old. And Zack Sabre Jr. is still one of the best wrestlers alive. So the match I'm looking forward to is Konosuke Takeshita versus Zack Sabre Jr. I want Konosuke to beat Okada and Zack and get both them belts. Yeah, now it's time for Konosuke to start winning all the goddamn belts. Seriously. And no, for real, Ultra Shadow, we need to get back Death. We need to get Death Rebel out of there. We need to get back CFO money, or get back Jim Johnson. Well, it's Bozilla. Yeah, it's that Bozilla tonight. Y'all can tell I'm in love with Bozilla, huh? No, but like, for real, when her contract expires, sign her. She's amazing. Big girls need some loving too. AEW Tag Team titles, triple threat. The Hurt Syndicate. We hurt people. Took on FTR and Bandito and Brody King. This match was awesome. I think by default, it's the best match outside of the unsanctioned. But high quality match. Great back and forth. All three tag teams worked well with each other. And then I love seeing Ricochet, and the Gates of Agony, right? GOA, Gates of Agony, interfere and cost the Hurt Syndicate. We forget there was a storyline, although they didn't capitalize on it until now, of Ricochet being offered a spot in the Hurt Syndicate. And I forgot that they treated him like dog shit. Remember that? Remember when he tried to join and they were like, bitch, you don't get the fuck away from us? And now it's come back full circle, which I like. I like it. I think it works. I wish you would have pulled this trigger earlier instead of waiting, what? I don't know, like almost a year later? When did Ricochet turn heel? Was that this year? So 6 months, right? Whenever they did the Hurt Syndicate and Ricochet. That was hilarious, by the way. But yeah, 6 months later, we're going back to it. All right, whatever. It works. It's a storyline that I wish they would have, played up sooner, but it's here. Bro Dito beat FTR. But let's talk about that finish. So, one of the best tag team finishers today is that pop-up 450. Where, well, not pop-up, catapult 450. Where Brody King kicks Bandito. See, I'm getting the names mixed up. Brody King, the big dude, kicks Bandito in the air. He hits a 450, and then he lands on the opponent. So, the finisher didn't look good when they hit it. He didn't kick him up high enough, but I let it go. But that wasn't the bad part. The bad part was Bandito got off of, was it Dax? Yeah, got off of Dax. And that was the finish of the match. So Bro Dito had the pinfall. 1, 2, Bandito gets off. And we're like, oh, okay. Kick out. What the fuck? And then he pinned him again. 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, wait. Was that a mistake? Was he supposed to kick out again? Right? Now you're like, was that right? And then over time you realize, oh, okay. So that was supposed to be the finish. And Bandito screwed it up by getting off of Dax. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Okay. Bro Dito are your new tag team champs. Good for them. Number one, where the hell is Buddy Matthews? Is he hurt? Like, is he, like, suffering a career-ending injury? Because I feel like this should have been his spot to win the tag team titles. And I think it was going to be. But he got hurt, so Bandito took the spot. Bandito and Brody King are your new tag team champs. They're not going to hold the belts for long. I guarantee you FTR will win these belts probably at All Out. Or if not, sometime before then. But congrats. Bro Dito got a big moment. And I'm happy for him. I am genuinely happy. Genuinely happy for Bro Dito. Apparently, Buddy Matthews had ankle surgery. Oh, he's going to be out for a while. That sucks. Homeboy took his spot. How you going to take his spot, Bandito? Use a hoe. Ho! Okay, sorry. Godfather. Get on board the hoe train. I said that use a hoe. AEW Unified Tag Team titles. Unified Tag Team titles. The fuck? See, now my mind's screwed up. Where am I? The AEW Intercontinental, okay, Unified Championship. Continental and International titles have been unified, and instead of calling them the Intercontinental title, they're called the Continental title. The Unified. God damn it! The Unified Championship. I'm stumbling over my words. I'm tired. Okada and Swerve Strickland. This match was great. You couldn't even tell that Swerve was hurt. He wrestled the match, honestly, like he was working an injury. I was halfway expecting him to pull Seth Rollins by the end of the show and be like, psych, I'm healthy. Nah, but he's actually hurt. I do know that. But yeah, Okada and Swerve Strickland had a great match. Okada ended up hitting the Rainmaker on Swerve after he tried to. I think after he tried to hit a house call but missed. That was pretty dope. So great match. Then after the match, Okada trapped Swerve's leg into the steel steps and then goes to town with the steel chair. Up. He just tore his leg up. Oh no, he's injured. Oh no, he's going to be out for a long time. And then here comes Prince Nana with the steel pipe to defend Swerve. And then big boy Wardlow shows up. And I say, hey, what's good, Wardlow? Got pop. And then he attacked Prince Nana and you went, oh, he's a heel. Boo. I mean, he left as a heel, so why do we care? So he attacked Prince Nana. And yeah, he's now aligned with the Don Callis family. Okay. Let's see where that goes. Don't like the fact that Wardlow is a bodyguard again and not a guy that we're pushing for the world title, but what do I know? How awesome would it be if we did Wardlow and Hangman Page? Oh, it's not going to happen, though. What are we doing? Oh, Okada basically injured Swerve Strickland. He's got to go get knee surgery, torn meniscus, so he will probably be out, honestly, until Revolution. If I'm being generous, until Revolution. He might come back at the beginning of next year. Don't bet on it. He's going to be out for a while. But he'll be back. Don't worry. Call in Keith Lee. AEW Women's Championship. Timeless Toni Storm taking on Athena. Athena lost. She got a chance to fight Toni Storm. She got a lot of offense. But she lost. And she lost by tapping out to the crossface chicken wing. That's about it. No interference from Mercedes Moné. No real development in the characters. She just lost. So, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? I don't know. Who's gonna fight Toni Storm? Are we going back to Mercedes? Please? 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 Amanda! I must meet Amanda! Please? Same thing. Mercedes! I must have Mercedes Moné win the AEW Women's Championship! Please? I have no idea who the hell Toni Storm's gonna fight. Maybe bring back Britt Baker, turn her heel. Fuck it! You know what? I'll tell you what. If you don't want Mercedes Moné winning that belt all out, call up Britt Baker. Call up Britt Baker, turn her heel. Right now. Right now. You don't got the privilege. You don't got time. You don't got the time. Angel Hollenbeck. Is there a way for me to be a mod here? Yes, I can make you a mod, Angel. Would you like to be a mod? I will happily make you a mod. Because we like you. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Dark Angel, Angel Hollenbeck, who is now the newest moderator on the team because she is Mama Firestar, Mama Heart, and Daddy Heart, Mr. Firestar. So the Firestars are both moderators on the channel. And by the way, I was always going to make you a mod because the mod squad already approved it, so that was easy. All right, back to this. We'll figure out who Tony's going to fight next. Hangman Page versus MJF. If Hangman Page got counted out or if he lost by DQ, he would lose the title. This was a very WWE sports entertainment styled match. Match was, I mean, listen, in terms of an in-ring product, it was a great match. I thought they worked the match very well. But, like, the match itself, if this was done inside WWE, I think it would have been received more. But, like, the drama with Hangman Page almost getting counted out, them going through tables and it not being a DQ, okay. That's weird. I don't know how this works anymore. But you had Hangman Page's leg on the ropes. MJF tried to beat him just like he beat Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe comes out and goes, "No, it's not going to happen." It's like Bret Hart at Starrcade. "I'm not going to let you screw me again. It's not going to happen again." Right? Anyways, we see MJF try to get the leg off the ropes. Referee catches the leg on the ropes. He then grabs the contract to use the contract. Hangman Page gets the contract, uses the contract, and then hits him with the start, and then hits him with the buckshot lariat, and then pins him 1, 2, 3. No cash in. So MJF still has the contract. Hangman Page told him, "If you come for the king next time, you best not miss." So the war is not over, but Hangman Page won the battle. So in-ring wise, great match. But the match itself was like, all right, nothing really happened. So, moving on. Moving on. To what? I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure out who fights Hangman Page now. I would like for it to be Wardlow. Hey, Alyx, what do you think we get first? Sonic Adventures 3 or a WWE versus AEW show, you're more than likely to get a Sonic Adventures 3 game before you see a WWE versus AEW show. I pray to God we get a Sonic. I pray for another Sonic Adventures 3 game. Please. Alright. The main event, but not really the main event, the unsanctioned steel cage match with 10 people in it. I was a bit worried because I'm like, how the fuck are you going to fit 10 people inside a steel cage? Oh, never mind. They just made the cage wider. Cool. But not taller for some reason. So it was the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks came out to wop, wop, ba doo wop, dee wop, ba doo wop, da ba doo, which was their theme song apparently when they came out in the Indies. Hilarious. And they took on Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, Hiroshi Tanahashi. We also had everyone's favorite, Willard. Will Ospreay, of course, is getting surgery after this. And then Darby Allin. Alright, let's talk about it. There was a spot in the match. Oh god. Oh god, I don't like it. They had Darby Allin taped up to a chair, right? In the middle of the ring. Everyone's laid out. They just had Darby Allin taped up to a chair. Jon Moxley goes to get a fork. Oh god. Oh god. He then gets the fork. And I don't think he's about to go stab on the top of his forehead like freaking Hangman did to Jon Moxley at All In. And I was like, no. Instead, he gets the fork. He goes to the side of Darby's ear. He starts digging in Darby's flesh. The fork could be seen going through his ear. Ah! It was a horror movie. It was gory. I hated it, but I also loved it. But God, I hated it. Ah! Darby Allin then dove off the cage to the outside to some tables, and that's the end of Darby Allin. The rest of the match was your standard hardcore match, no thumbtacks because the Young Bucks are terrible. They're jobbers now, so they can't get anything right. So the back was supposed to be thumbtacks. It was gummy bears. Hilarious comedy, guys. All kinds of spots in there. Terror shots, steel cages. Fucking Darby Allin got tossed into a steel cage by Claudio. That was nice. Will Ospreay jumped off the cage. Of course he is. He's gonna get surgery, so who cares? Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi looked really good in this match. They should go ahead and just join the tag team division. Fuck it. Yeah, roll that back. Run that back. Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks. Let's do it. Let me see. I'm trying to remember other spots. Will Veer tried to get involved. Didn't fucking matter. The match ends with and look, I love Hiroshi Tanahashi. I'm loving that he's getting the respect at the end of his career. But homeboy cannot move as well as he used to. I remember his matches with Okada. That shit looked smooth. When he was having those matches with Okada, that shit looked amazing. I miss that Hiroshi Tanahashi. Yeah, you miss it now. He was annoying the shit out of me winning all those matches, but he was the John Cena of the company, so it made sense for him to win. Right? But, yeah, Hiroshi Tanahashi winning the match with the team made sense. He's retiring soon. They said the last match he'll ever have, period, is Wrestle Kingdom coming up next year. And then that's it for him, right? He's going to go be the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling and just call it a day. So he had his final match today in terms of the UK. I think he's going to have one more match for the United States, and then that's going to be it. The last time you'll see him wrestle is Wrestle Kingdom. And that's going to be a big deal because Tanahashi is the Hulk Hogan of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Some might say the John Cena. He's the Hulk Hogan in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He literally is their ace. He saved the company from going under. So, there you go. Good guys won. You thought you was going to see Will Ospreay celebrate, and then that was going to be it. Nope! The Death Riders enter the ring. They attack Will Ospreay, and everyone on the outside of the ring, while the cage is still down, going, no! Stop it! We can't get through the door! We got one guy with a kendo stick. No one decides to climb in over the top, which has no opening. There's no top. You know, there's no top. There's an opening. You can just go through the top. No one decides to climb in. There's no ceiling. So they can try to climb in, but no one does it. They're like, no! Stop it! And then Will Ospreay gets like 10,000 paradigm shifts and then got that chair spot wrapped around his neck and then they stepped on it. And I'm like, that looks stupid! It looks dumb! Sorry. But yeah, they raised the cage, they got the hell out of there, and Will Ospreay's down. And the crowd's just like, the fuck was that? Crowd was dead. Crowd was absolute. London loved every single part of the show except that ending. Because they're all like, motherfuckers, climb in through the top of the cage. It was a dumb ending. It was dumb. But Will Ospreay got injured, so he's out to go get surgery on his herniated disc. What is that, spine surgery? Great for him. Again, like, they're going to have to bring it. So go ahead and break glass in case of emergency, Tony Khan. Go ahead and whip it out. Pause. Bring in Keith Lee. Bring back Eddie Kingston. Go ahead and bring Bryan Danielson out of retirement. Go ahead and do Konosuke Takeshita versus Okada. Go ahead and... Okay, if you don't want to do Mercedes Moné versus Toni Storm... Oh, man. Maybe do Mercedes Moné and Athena again. And then... call in Britt Baker. Nope. Call in Britt Baker. Call her in, turn her heel. Turn her heel against Toni Storm. Let's go. Matter of fact, if she does a good job as a heel, give her the belt. You heard me. It's not going to happen. They're not going to give her the belt. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. Kingville, Alyx, I'm getting bashed on Instagram for saying, good show, but sad part is nobody will care. That's it. That's Forbidden Door. That's Forbidden Door. Good show, but no one's gonna care. Cause who gives a fuck? How we feeling about the show? Talk to me. I'm tired, y'all. I need to go take a nap or something, cause I'm worn out. Dark Angel says, baby girl has been fed and has the hiccups. That's cute. Alyx, I'm currently getting bashed on Instagram. I already read that part. You'll be alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the former International Super Chat Champion, Ronwell Nagales. And I'm hoping Ron is ready to win that belt next Sunday. Next Sunday, it's going to be your time to shine. 20% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. That's your theme song, Ronwell. Where's Deonna Purrazzo? Who cares? No, I'm just joking. I have no idea. I think she's catering. Joy Williams is like, hey, slow down with the whipping the stuff out. I'm just saying, time to whip it out. So whip it. Whip it good. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. You must whip it. JB snacking. Show was fun enough to keep me entertained, but I don't feel like it was worth $50. Show the fuck wasn't worth no $50. I think I'll get out of my way to watch Kenny Omega's matches. I think I'll go out of my way to watch Kenny Omega's match, but I might skim through the rest of the show. I would watch the AEW Tag Team Titles match Watch Okada and Swerve, and then watch the main event. Not the world title, but watch the unsanctioned main event. I still hope I hope they use Athena after the show. Me too, Chris Haley. Me too. I have my doubts, but we both can hope, right? Yeah, Raja's son can go straight to Rampage Jackson's son, Raja, she goes straight to jail. Straight to jail. Jordan Williams, 7 out of 10. Could have been much better, but it wasn't horrible. It was just, sir. 7 out of 10 is not mid. Mid would be 6 out of 10 or below. 6 out of 10 is mid. 7 out of 10 is good. That's a B minus, B plus on my scale. Can't just give something a good grade and then say mid. Yes, Britt Baker needs to come back. I think Cope and Christian will win gold eventually. Well, yeah, that's the plan. You gotta get the belts to Cope and Christian eventually, but they have to win it off of FTR. Not what we're used to from AEW pay-per-view quality for sure. Yeah, we should be getting better. JB Snackin says, I give it a C+. Yeah, C+ is, what, 6.5? 6.5. So for me, like, your grade is like a point lower. I would give this show a 7.5. Like a solid 7.5. And so I see people saying 7 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, 7.5. Yeah, like that's a fair range for this show. No one's gonna call this the show of the year. I'm just saying. Alright, y'all, so no title on the line tonight. Again, the World Super Chat Championship will be on the line next Sunday. We will be crowning a new champ because Three Diglets has retired. So, who's going to come out on top as your new World Super Chat champ? Can't wait for that. That's going to be fun. So, I'll see you guys for Monday Night Raw, and then I'll see you guys for Friday Night SmackDown, and then, of course, this Sunday for Clash in Paris. So, as you follow out, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. JB Snacking has already said, the world title, it will be mine. So JB Snacking, are you going to be the villain again? Are you going to try to ruin the YouTube wrestling like you tried with the international title? Well, you better hope the Savior, Drew Usher, isn't coming to take it either. Because you know Drew Usher, he's a primetime man. And he only fights when it's necessary. So, can we get JB Snacking and Drew Usher one more time next Sunday? Let's see what happens. All right, y'all. Get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. This is Alyx. Just Alyx signing out right here at Alyx's World. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace. When you're when you're